If you're feeling lost in your search for happiness, this story will guide you back to the path. This story proves that happily ever after aren't just for fairy tales. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there was a young girl named Emma. She had always been fascinated by fairy tales and the idea of finding her own happily ever after. But as she grew older, she began to realize that life wasn't always like the stories she had read. Emma had been searching for her Prince Charming for years, but no matter how hard she looked, she just couldn't seem to find him. She tried going to balls and parties, just like in Cinderella, but no one seemed to catch her eye. She even went on a quest, just like Rose, but nothing seemed to work. One day, as she was walking through the forest, feeling discouraged and alone, she stumbled upon an old woman. The woman was sitting by a stream, humming a tune and weaving a basket. "Hello there," said the old woman, smiling warmly at Emma. "What brings you to these woods?" "I'm searching for my happily ever after," replied Emma, feeling foolish. The old woman chuckled. "Ah, I see. Well, let me tell you a secret. Happily ever afters aren't just found, my dear. They are created." Emma was confused. "What do you mean?" The old woman stood up and handed Emma the basket she had been weaving. "Take this basket and fill it with the things that make you happy. Then come back to me." Emma took the basket and set off on her mission. She wandered through the woods, picking flowers, collecting stones, and gathering berries. As she filled the basket, she realized that each item represented a different part of her life that brought her joy. When she returned to the old woman's spot by the stream, the woman smiled at her and said, "Now take these things and use them to create your own happily ever after." Emma didn't know where to start, but she knew that she had to try. She took the flowers and arranged them in a vase, creating a beautiful centerpiece for her table. She used the stones to create a garden path, leading to a hidden spot where she could read and relax. And she used the berries to bake a delicious pie, which she shared with her friends. As she looked around at all the things she had created, Emma realized that she had found her happily ever after. It wasn't a Prince Charming or a castle or a magic spell. It was the simple things in life that brought her joy and made her feel fulfilled. From that day on, Emma lived her life with purpose and passion. She continued to collect things that made her happy and used them to create a life that was full of wonder and magic. And she knew that as long as she stayed true to herself and followed her heart, her happily ever after would always be within reach.